All right. Welcome back to the channel. We are just I'm just gonna give it a minute or two to get some people maybe didn't get the notification to come in. Um How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? Been a pretty hot day. Been a pretty hot day so far. Definitely been a pretty hot day today. And kinda glad I'm off at the weekend to relax. You know, we had a 3 day about 3 day weekend thanks to the 4th of July. Yeah. I'm just scrolling through my files for stuff that I could have something to put on the screen, just to have something that you guys ain't just looking at a white screen. Um, let's see. You know what? As cool as this is, I'm gonna have to change it. Sorry. You guys are probably like, what the hell is that music? Don't worry about it. Take this back to the beginning. There we go. Okay, cool. It's coming through. Nice. Yeah. I didn't know what the hell that other stuff was. I picked it because I was like, okay, cool. That first song sounds pretty cool. You know, I need to start probably proofreading stuff or proof listening. Cool boy. I'm just trying to put something on the screen while I freaking. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's put this up real quick. Um, you got something to look at while I finish eating real quick. Mm. Mm. All right. Anybody who comes into the chat, please don't be afraid to say hi. And thankfully for me, I won't have to, worry about running too late because I don't work in the morning. Yeah. So. Mm-mm-mm. I need to make like a slideshow kind of thing with like all the artwork and have that play during my startup and stuff. Might work on that in the background at some point. I mean, shit. Never said I was a professional, guys. Never said. Okay. So, what do we have? What do we have here? We have here. So technically, you saw, if anybody saw the name of the stream, this is a kind of a cool down, wind down post workout. Went to the gym earlier, so I am essentially just kind of relaxing, maybe get some creative juices flowing. Little known fact. I used to, for whatever reason, my creative juices tended to flow pretty good at night, and so that when I was back in my early 20s, a little older now, but I used to, sometimes I'd be up drawing from like 11 o'clock. I'm talking about burning the midnight oil kind of drawing. I'd go to like 2 or 3 in the morning while I'm watching like anime and stuff in the background. Oh man, those were the days. Didn't have to, when I went back when I didn't have to work. But yeah, I was like up all night drawing, and just little things would come to me, and I would just draw and draw. I mean, sometimes it was like stuff that I had to do, artwork related, but there was sometimes it was just like, you get in that flow. So yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of fuck around for a little bit, just get the wrists all warmed up, and etc. etc. I think because it's on my mind to do it, I'm probably going to do some OC work on my create a character for my D&D campaign. Not mine, but not my D&D campaign. The campaign I'm a part of. So. acting like Mr. Friendly. You still the spotlight like Mr. Bentley. A lot of people forgot that this was like uh that's a Kanye West verse. So singing high places like Jesus and he's this is old as shit too. The song. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna bring in my character for reference, or at least the character that I. There we go. There we go. It's always good to have references, people, even if it's your own stuff. I feel like I have to update that look at some point too, because oh boy. I know this isn't like me trying to do like what do you call it, like a redraw or something like that. This is just literally me pulled. I just pulled this up so I can have it as a reference as I draw here. You say the best. It says even it's pretty. When you have an OC, it's good to draw, or at least give yourself a reason to draw it, because then you just have to get better at drawing it, right? So this is kind of one of those situations. The more I draw him, the better I'll be at drawing him, which will allow for it to be more fluid, sorry, whenever I do it from memory. Because it took me a while to nail down the design in the first place. So. Yeah. So currently in the campaign, if anybody wants to actually hear what's going on currently, my character is going through a little bit of some BS. So, kind of in an investigative kind of situation. I have to kind of figure out what's going on, but yeah. Can't really give too much info about it because I don't even really have a full grasp of the situation fully. It's gonna be apparently it's a case of mistaken identity. I guess those are fun, right? kind of want to go for a different facial expression here. See, so we're gonna play around with some stuff here. Hmm. Don't know how long. Don't know how long I'll rock out for with this, but we'll see what happens. I've been watching. I've been sorry, can't speak. Watching this anime recently has been pretty good. I think it's called smoking behind the supermarket with you. So that's been pretty interesting. So a little bit of comedy, slice of life, romance, a little bit of romance. Not really heavy romance. It's more like I guess it'd be more like a slice of life. I guess the everyday life of a guy who works and he's a smoker, and the girl at the supermarket that he frequently likes to go and visit, that she kind of has this persona that she puts on when she's in the supermarket. Outside of that, she's a completely different person with a completely different attitude, and just so happens they bond through smoking late night behind the job where she works at. Now the twist or the comedy of it is the guy has no idea that the girl that he's been smoking with is this girl that works at the counter or the register of one of his favorite registers. Um, because the the well, how can I say this? The persona is so different. It's so played up in the store that her actual casualness self is is drastically different. So he can't tell that. So he doesn't know the difference between the two of them. And because of him not knowing the difference, she takes it upon herself to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. I'm gonna create this other personality. I'm gonna give her a name. So therefore, he can be, I guess, comfortable or let his guard down around her. And the entire time, he's unaware of the fact that he's talking to the girl that he kind of secretly has a thing for at the cashier at the grocery store. Um, so and he help and then they help each other through like various conversations, um, helping them each other get work through stuff, and he he teases her. She teases him a lot. He is an older guy, slightly older, so it's that gap in age to be like, oh yeah, you're kind of an old geezer. He doesn't like he's a little slow on the uptake of the fact that it's the same girl, so she'll like call him slow for it, like unironically because he can't put the two and two together yet. It's been pretty entertaining. The episodes are actually also quietly short, so it's a different form content. Um, I kind of want to change one of these things with the eye real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna change the angle of that. It doesn't look too good. I'm trying to kind of go for a little bit more intensity. There, that might work. Look. Hair is always a problem because thanks to the style, it always ends up being like super heavy in front of. So being able to tell where the this shit is smooth. I love this fucking saxophone. That shit is fucking smooth as fuck. Sorry, I had to geek out real quick with that. You're probably wondering like, well, why is he making it purple? It's a different color. So I can kind of map out where this is gonna be before I commit to the actual like blacking out the cut of the hair and stuff. Now already I see a continuity issue. The eyes are a little too big, so So I guess by just squinting these a little bit, I can fix that. And what I can do is I can then lower these a little bit, so a little bit more sensitive. There you go. I kind of want to give it that look like he's like really fucking pissed and that he's getting ready to like potentially fuck shit up. You know what I mean? Like that moment before the king goes off, so to speak. So. I'm looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good. That's funny. Sometimes I forget I'm even wearing this fucking necklace too. Like when I'm in character, I forget I have it. I should have like a ritual thing I do with this necklace that I do. Helps me remember that I'm wearing it. So many times I've been like in character doing stuff and I'd be like, would have been a really good time to do something really cool with it, but you know. Yeah, be careful with that because you don't want to make it look like he's cross-eyed. So let's try to get this a little bit clean. You gotta be really careful how you ride the line at the edge of the iris here, or the pupil here, because again, if it looks like they're becoming cross-eyed, that's probably a bad sign. So um yeah. And I might want to, yeah, I might want to do that actually, and just hook the right there like it's not like a snarl. Which is funny because when you do a one-sided expression like this, everything is pushed up because of how the skin and everything is formed in the face. So like this eye becomes inherently smaller because of the you know because everything pulls up in this direction here. So it just comes down to like how detailed you want to make it, because you know some people they go through the extra mile of making it prominent like that. Some people don't. So actually, with that being said, I probably gotta lift this up some too. Just a little bit more, like yeah, like right. That gap in that nose to mouth ratio is looking kind of long. So there you go. Actually, let's make it slightly bigger. Actually, like that. There we go. And I felt like it was a baby smile, like a baby growl. There you go. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna do a pass over this where I'm gonna darken this in this a little bit. See what we get for our troubles. Some people, this is where they would do their vector line art and stuff, but uh, I'm gonna forego vectors and just kind of see how good my pen is without it. So you're gonna see me do probably like a lot of undo. So something you'll see people do sometimes is that they'll start like turning the canvas around. So like they'll start like rotating stuff like that, so you can get the natural flow at the hand. So like that, which is a smart idea. The only problem with it is like, let's say I was doing like a speed paint or something, it becomes a little jarring to be seeing the canvas flipped around so frequently. So though it is a method for people to get the right like arcs and stuff, right? It's not conducive to like the viewing eye, because again, it's a little bit of a weird angle to be having the screen at. But any artist will tell you that if you want to get a more natural stroke, giggity, uh, you have to kind of allow your wrist to be more natural in its, um, you know, the motion. So actually, if you ever really look at a painter, someone who does traditional media, they'll rotate the paper around constantly, just so they can have that range of motion from their wrist when they're drawing. I used to do it when I used to do traditional artwork as well. Again, it's kind of really handy when you're doing like big sweeping motions and stuff. So like things like hair and things like that. See how long we've been streaming for. We only been streaming for 45 minutes. Okay, cool. Doesn't feel like it's been 45 minutes, but why? You know what? I just realized something too. The stabilization of that pen was all the way, it turned all the way down. Holy shit! Wonder my shit was looking kind of crazy. So for those who don't know, stabilization inside of a drawing program allows you to make way better lines as far as the smooth, how smooth they are. So. It takes what would normally be like a really jittery line and kind of smooths it out for you. Kind of like stabilizing, kind of like the stabilizing of a camera stabilizer. It's there to keep the shake, like if it shakes too much, it keeps it, the shaking down to a so all right, let's zoom out, see real quick what these look like. Oh, wow, them eyes look really fucking big. Holy shit. Was definitely gonna have to go back and fix that. Holy shit. Let's do that real quick. Holy shit. That is, let's see. Retransform. A little bit more squinty like that. There you go. Oh, thank God for that feature, right? Actually, now that I know that's a feature, hold on, let me go back real quick and just move that down. It's like an animation. Anyway. The other hard part about doing inking like this is everything has to be a little bit more intentional. So, and I like the sketch approach to doing stuff sometimes. So to have to like slow down and right, there's a lot to have to do. Yeah, that reads pretty well. I wanted it to be right there. Okay, cool. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna have to get like a BRB screen or something to put up so I can. Excuse me. Yeah. So. Mm, 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 mm. All right. And originally, I kind of wanted to give the hair a little bit more of a wilder look to it because of how the character lives his life. He doesn't really get to do the whole like grooming and stuff that other people do with their hair. So I wanted it to be a little bit more messier than this, but then I thought about like, well, high elves tend to have really good hair. So you might end up having really straight hair for whatever reason. So kind of hard to be messy with like straight hair. So it's also kind of hard to do it without making it look like a chick doing it. So while doing it, so I guess the one off to the side is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome into the chat. Currently in the middle of doing some cleanup work for OC. Um, Just sitting here chilling, you know. Got some good music playing. Hmm. Feel free to say hi, yeah, or ask any questions while you're here. Um, no. We've been streaming for almost an hour now, so I'm pretty surprised myself of how much I've got done in an hour. So a lot of people think it takes a lot of time to do these things, and it doesn't really take that much time. Um, and now it does if you start adding in like, I mean, if you go look on like Twitch or something, like you see people they'll stream for like um like 4 or 5 hours doing artwork. So um it can be very it can become very long. Um shit. There's a few artists I follow that it takes them days to get one illustration completed. So you know, or like in the same, if you're going to be talking about like what do you call it, if you talk about like in like the sense of like streaming and stuff, they might stream for like, there won't be days of streaming, but they'll probably stream for like they'll have like maybe a couple of streams where they damn it, there's a shift lock for this, but I can't get to it, huh? Ugh. Shortcuts, people, shortcuts. Ugh. And that's how you get perfect circles. Anyway, um, actually, to another good point though, so this is a character from D&D campaign that I'm currently a part of, and I just realized something while I was sitting here sketching and drawing. We're in a town where it's snowing and I think it's an unexpected amount of snow for that time of the year or something like that. So I just realized that my character doesn't have, well, in story he has clothes to wear to combat the cold, but I personally haven't drawn him wearing any type of like jackets or bigger clothes like that's like warm clothes. This is the only outfit I've ever actually drawn him in on the left here. So yeah, I have yet to be like, what would the outfit for the fall be like, or what would the outfit for the cold be like? Like I have yet to like actually sit there and think of it. So um maybe at some point I'll take a crack at that. Or I might just fuck around. I might do some brainstorming right now for it. Now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll put this in a folder so I can come back to it. Gotta love the folders. So if a friend of mine saw this, they'd probably be like, "Hey, is that the poster that his wanted poster or something like that?" Because he has the snarl on his face. It's like his mugshot. um, but let's clear the canvas real quick. It's not really. I didn't really delete it or anything. I just turned it off, right? But let's look at this outfit again and see what we can do for outfits and stuff. But I want to say that he would be wearing obviously a jacket, at least. Um, Something with a hood. So let's let's pull out a model, like a 3D model or something. Clipsio Paint has models, 3D models and stuff. So let's see if we can pull up. Oh, I forgot he did all that stuff that he added to it. They added a bunch of stuff to the 3D pack here. Shit. You got umbrella, you got soccer ball, you got big environments so you can draw characters in for your anime and manga and okay. Can I just get a standing like regular? Mm, probably the probably the one neutral picture here, I think. There we go. Just on your daily show. Do 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 do. Anyway. um it's good for perspectives and stuff like that. Let me not I don't know if I want to use it. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see if we can find another one. Um. A lot of poses here. A lot of stuff. Just here's a standing. That's a female standing position. A relaxed stance. There we go. See how this looks. Okay, that's a little too relaxed. Wow, he looks. That looks super fucking. There we go. That's what I was trying to do originally. Okay, that's a limb detection. Oh boy. Okay, this is not going what I thought. As well as I thought. Let's pick another pose. Okay. There we go. There we go. A little bit more neutral. Boom. There you go. Fucking Christ. I need to favorite this. How do you favorite stuff? Can I make this my can I favorite this? You can add remove from your favorite by clicking the heart button. Okay. Cool. Here, here's another one. Good one. There you go. Just a really neutral fucking pose. There you go. All right. Yeah. So what? I only have this here so I can use it as a model to put clothes on top of. That's all I was really gonna do. Was do a little bit of what do you call it? Like do a little bit of what do you call it? Fashion, etc. Something along the lines of that. Using it as a template for or like a model for clothes. So like currently he has the vest, right? So like currently he has the vest on. Right? He has a vest, he has some pants on. They're a little bit baggy. And you stop it right around here. Fun. So that's his current. Oh yeah, and then he has the shoes that are like these like peasant shoes, right? Yeah, see like these peasant type shoes on. So that's his current outfit. It's very bland, very how would you say, very beginning of a campaign style. You all, you meet the guy at the bar. That's what he's wearing when he comes into the bar. First adventure. His first adventure. He's far from home. He left with what he had on his back, clothes on his back. This is what it is. It is what it is. This is all he had to his name. This is all he has to his name. That was his like. You can call this like V1, right? V1 outfit. Throw the accessories on it because accessories are part of the outfit. So, that's like V1 outfit right there. Let's zoom out so we can get a better look at that. That's like V1 outfit. Oh boy. Okay. So, let's name this. V1. And then let's see what another outfit design could be. Because now we got this as a point of reference, right? We got that as a point of reference. Let's see what we got here. Excuse me. Take a sip of my drink. A little parched. Good. Yeah, so you would figure at some point he got himself something that has some sleeves or some fur. Originally, I wanted him to have some fur, like around the collar of his jacket or something like that. But actually, I think I have a picture. I believe I have a picture of him that I did back when I was still figuring him out. Yeah, this one right here. So this was an original. This was like another original idea I had for him. Here, where like around the collar, I had like this fur around the collar, but as you can see, the proportions are completely fucking off here. So yeah, I was it, but I I guess if he's gonna have a hood, like an Assassin's Creed character, it could be a hood with a I don't know, maybe he tore the sleeves off the hood or something, like a sleeveless hoodie. No, I wouldn't say it's a sleeveless hoodie. but it could be very flowy. Maybe it goes past his arms a little bit, like something like that. I don't know. Because again, he's not very what's the word? Um, privy to, you know, certain fashions of the world. So, um, I feel like the big hoodie thing would probably work here, but mm, maybe I need to look up some stuff. Um, I would assume he finally got himself a decent pair of fucking pants or slacks now. And I feel like slacks in the D&D world were probably way more closer fit than anything else. Um, there was a point in the story where our party went to a we call it like an elven kingdom, right? So I would imagine that while he was there, he picked up some new threads, maybe. So um, I would also imagine he got himself some boots finally. So he's less of a fucking Neanderthal. Something to that effect. Bunch of laces and stuff up the leg, up the boot, right? Something like that, maybe. Uh, maybe he got. Maybe he's still wearing like some pretty loose pants so they bunch up here at the leg. Maybe. Like I would assume he probably stuffed them down in his pants or something. Or maybe all bunched up or something here at the bottom. Mm, mm. Well, let's try to keep this chronologically in order because I know I mentioned about where he is currently, but I'm trying to imagine the progression of said outfit choice. So you know, maybe he finally got some pockets. Right? So shit. Maybe he's finally wearing a t-shirt. Or like a what passes for a shirt. But I think they have the really low cut stuff here, so it's like super fucking low with the cross here. That's like very medieval, kind of in a sense. I want to say he ripped the sleeves off of it, but not all Barians are like that kind of Neanderthal about the way they're like, oh, I need to be able to have room to swing my weapon, blah 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 blah. Like, nah, I would assume that there's some form of um decorum. Yeah. But then again, we're talking about what my character would do, not what is, I guess, acceptable. So, mm. Mm. let me let me do something else while I'm here as well. Uh, let me try to give this thing some fake hair in the style of my character, so I can kind of see what everything kind of looks like mocked up. Okay. All right, there you go. That way we can get that kind of proportion of the hair with the rest of the body kind of thing going. Um, hmm. Turn that off. Put this back on. Wow, I can't believe. Yeah. So I feel like that would probably be a pretty decent like second kind of situation for his look, because it's pretty normal. But we can say this is more like a casual kind of situation here. Yeah. You can tell I don't know nothing about the fashion of like D&D. Jesus. All right, let's keep this going. I'm kind of digging this. We got V1 outfit. We got casual kind of look going. See what his let's see, Kate Valen outfit would look like. I would assume it wouldn't be too different from what he's currently wearing here. Potentially. Maybe I feel like at this point he'll just have a bunch of stuff like he probably had the same boots on or something like that. Mm. Boots don't really go that bad unless you're like really fucking going through fucking hard battles and stuff. But don't get me wrong, we do fight pretty hard, but I don't think it's anything too hard that we wouldn't have, you know, a way to get like more stuff if we couldn't. Um, Another good idea would probably been like, you know, the fact that maybe he's not really worried about the clothes being badly damaged because of like, you know, wilderness, and I've grown up in the wilderness, blah blah blah, tribal stuff and whatnot. But and again, this looks pretty bad because of my knowledge of, you know what? Maybe this would be a good time to do some. Might be a good time to do some research because I'll admit it. I'm not really sure of the fashionable aspects of um because even like that, I mean, I'm not even sure if that's like a fashion that's even part of the D&D world. But then again, they have like people who can wear fucking suits of armor and plated chainmail and things of that nature. So it's like I don't think this is too far removed or off the mark, so to speak. Hmm. I'm just gonna fix this real quick because I recognize there's a continuity error here. There we go. I'm gonna show off the pecs. But and to be honest with you, I feel like also, given what's going on currently in the story, he might even have time to grab like a thing like this. I feel like it'd probably be more like, um, take this away. Probably more like a shawl like this, where everything is kind of just one big fucking thing, and then his like t-shirt is like still visible and shit down here. And then like he'll just like cover it. Then like if he needs to cover his face, he'll just like, you know, close it up a little bit so he can, whatever. Anyway. That's all I can really think of right now. Anyway. Get back to this. Thing I was originally working on here. So. Anyway. It's music pretty good. You guys can hear me okay? Alright. Cool. Was an hour and 40 minutes almost. Okay, cool. Nice little tangent we went off of. It's nice to go on tangents every once in a while, especially if they're entertaining. So. So Saturday is the 4th of July here, and you know, I will be off work because of it. So I am looking forward to the ability to relax and kick back. I have to do shit potentially, so yeah, that's what I get for putting shit on different ways. But yeah, no. If anybody had any questions you want to ask while they have me here, feel free to ask away, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. don't think I'm gonna get to the whole I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to the whole coloring of this or anything like that today, but maybe we'll see. Like I said, as of right now, I'm just kind of fucking around and just a way. This is all just a way to kind of relax after a long day and I'm slowly getting stronger in the gym, so that's great news. And getting more consistent with my heavier lifts as far as the bench press goes. So gotta love it. We love to see those strength gains and all that stuff. 225 is becoming a normal for me, so that's definitely fucking great. Took me a while to get there, and now that I'm here, it's good. It feels good to know that I can throw it up. I can throw the 225 on the bench and actually perform a lift with it. So actually get it, and I can actually get it up. So wow, I think I merged the layer. And I didn't bring the black all the way back from, interesting. I have like it, it's cool. Let's do something pretty. Let's do something cool with the eyes here. I kind of want to. Mm, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. But, mm, I don't know if that captures what I originally wanted to do. Shit. Mm. Like, yeah, he's angry, but the eyes don't have that, you know, look to them that I was trying to go for. Mm. Mm. Might have to stop it here so I can finish my food and no, do something else for the night. Thank you guys for enjoying the stream, joining in. Um, I have a little more free time nowadays, so I might do these more often. We'll see what happens. But um, yeah, I see someone else just joined the chat. Uh, kind of catching me at the end now. um, working on some stuff here, but I'm gonna go and finish some food and yep, I will see you guys later.